So Holly, and Dave, did you ever come to see a Spandau Ballet gig in the 80s? This is going to get you.
Holly, go ahead.
Of course. And it is driving me crazy. I was thinking about it this morning. I can't remember where.
In LA?
Yes.
Well, it depends when it was. I mean, we played the Universal Amphitheater quite a few times. So it could have been that. It could have been, I think the first place we played was, God, that begins with a W, and I've forgotten what it was.
Whiskey?
Wilton. The Wilton.
Yeah,
I think the Wilton is where we first played, which is where I played actually with Nick when I came up.
Yeah.
But I think the few places. But
I'm
yeah,
sure it was
what do you think?
Universal. It was 80. I want to say it must have been 85.
Yeah, that would have been the Universal Amphitheater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, cool. You know, and one of those nights where Steve Norman snapped a ligament in his knee as he slid across the stage playing a rather flash saxophone solo, and everyone I think heard the pop, and the whole audience went quiet, and we had to cancel the rest of the American tour. Yeah.
Well, I guess we got lucky then.
Yeah.
Those live shows can get intense. Okay, so the one Spandau Ballet show that I know I saw, and I want to question you on this. You played Live Aid, okay, which in 1985, you played 3 songs.
Yeah.
You played True. You played Only When You Leave, 2 big hits. You played a song called Virgin from an album that was not released yet. Nobody knows. This is in front of 2 billion people, and you play an unknown song. And I was like, what? Please, what is the thought process behind that? Because
I think you know, we made a lot of good decisions, but we made a few bad ones occasionally, and that was one of the bad ones we made. I think we didn't quite fully understand, and we just thought, hey, you know, we've got a new song. We really love this new song. You know, it's better than the old stuff. You know, and maybe we should promote it by doing it. You know, it's a bit like when George Michael did the closing ceremony of the Olympics, and he did a new song, and everyone's going, please don't, you know, but he did. You know, and we made that mistake, and the band that really capitalized on the whole event the most successfully was Queen, because they said, we're not even going to do 3 songs, we're going to do about 7 songs, we're going to do a medley, and we're going to put, you know, we're going to make this 20-minute medley. And they got that right. They were absolutely right, and it reinvented them, because they weren't in a great place when they came to play Live Aid. It was really the reinvention of them. And the other band that had a great success out of Live Aid was U2, because Bono decided to get up someone from the audience, much to the anger of the rest of the band, and dance with her on stage. Not realizing that was, well, he realized, but the rest of the band didn't, that was such a great, clever thing to do. And so, yeah, but it wasn't our downfall at all. You know, it was a show. You know, we're still very proud of doing that show. You know, and being part of that. You know, and as a kid growing up in the 70s, loving the Who was another part of my eclectic mix. You know, hanging out backstage with Pete. And Pete saying to me, "Why don't you just come up with me when we play and stand on the side of the stage?" And I stood right on the side of the stage, watching them play their first show in 8 years.
Okay, so now I'm curious: is there ever a time that is a good decision for any band to play a song like that, an unknown song in such a huge venue? Can you think of a time where something would have, you know, come to be a, you know, a monster hit and started in a, you know, the wrong venue?
Nah, you know, isn't it always the same at any gig? It's like, now we want to play a few of our new songs, or now we're going to play a song off our album, and everyone goes, "Want a beer?"
Yeah. Or I'm going to sit now, or
and everyone just goes, you know, and whatever way you spin it, you know, people, when they get back together in bands, or when they've been playing, you know, for years and years and years, you know, no matter how many new albums you bring out, the songs they want to hear are those ones that come from when you were in your pomp. And that era of being in your pomp, I think, is when you're roughly the same age as your audience and none of you have children. right? So it's that pre-family, pre-settled time when and the band is and it represents you on a bigger stage. And those songs, whatever songs you have hits with then, are your songs forever.
Yeah.
We do. We talk about